How important are H1 tags for SEO? An H1 tag is a type of HTML tag that can be used to designate page headers. So you would wrap the H1 tag around the main header of the page. There are different kinds of headers available in HTML as well. There's everything from H1 all the way down to H6, and you can use these headers to communicate your page's structure and order. So the H1, that goes around the page's main header, the main title of the page, but then you can use an H2 around subheaders or an H3 around subheaders and so on. Typically, websites will use an H1, an H2, maybe an H3, but very rarely do they have enough going on the page. The page's structure isn't complex enough to justify H4, H5, or H6. Google, for their part, doesn't use the H tags directly. They aren't going to look at the text in the H1 and automatically decide to rank the page for the text contained in that H1 tag or the H2 tag for that matter either. However, there are some indirect ways that H1 tags can influence and impact your SEO performance. So one of the biggest ways that H1 tags can impact your SEO performance is that Google will oftentimes replace the website's title tag. So that SEO title that you're defining can sometimes be replaced. So instead of Google using that in search results, Google will swap in something else. And in a lot of cases, that something else that they're swapping in place of the title in the search result is going to be the text contained in the H1 tag. So you want to be mindful that the H1 tag contains some kind of meaningful text that could still explain the nature of the page to people if Google was to use that instead of the SEO title. It can also be a good idea to use really relevant keywords and phrases in that H1 tag. So that way, if somebody saw the H1 tag in a search result, they'd still know what the page is about and know why they should click to your website. Google has also talked about the importance of semantic HTML on websites. Semantic HTML means that you're using HTML to communicate the page's structure and order, and using header tags appropriately is a part of that. So Google has said that semantic HTML can sometimes make the page a bit easier for their bots to understand and process to make sure that they're indexing the page correctly. Now, that doesn't mean that H tags are essential or that you absolutely have to use them. It's just something that might make Google's job a bit easier. There's also some speculation that this might also be true for AI bots as well, as they're processing code and understanding all the different parts of a website and learning from all that information. H tags might be useful there as well. So semantic HTML can be beneficial, and as a result, it's usually a good idea to use it. But regardless of how this may or may not help SEO, there's one big reason why you should use header tags, and that's accessibility. So when it comes to accessibility, one of the things that's important, and this is stated in WCAG Guideline 1.3.1, Info and Relationships, is the importance of communicating the page's structure programmatically. Header tags are going to be a big part of that, and it's going to be easier for people using assistive technology to visit your website to understand your page if you're using semantic HTML, including using headers appropriately. So in general, it's a good idea to use H1 tags for SEO, but it's essential to use H1 tags to create an accessible website. If you have any questions about using header tags on your website or other parts of technical SEO, please let me know. You can email me at matthew@elementive.com. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it from Elementive, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.